Joining us is South Shore Press White House Congressional D.C. correspondent Neil McCabe. Neil, how are you?
Hey, fantastic, Stefan. Great to be with you, man.
Neil, I cannot imagine having Trump derangement syndrome, grab a knife, damage Lincoln Memorial on my 2026 bingo card, but here we are. We have it. Isn't this nuts?
Well, there's already been 5 people arrested, and in the investigation of the vandalism of the reflecting pool, there's anywhere like I've seen 250 and I've also seen 300 foot, but somebody took a blade and literally gashed the sealant that they had laid down on the floor to sort of on that for the pool. And it's absolutely incredible that people have literally gone in there to destroy it. And of course, the narrative is, well, this is, Trump said he would fix the pool. He couldn't fix it. And it's like, well, yeah, he fixed the pool, but that doesn't mean somebody didn't come in and break it. And literally that's what happened. And so there's different reporters who have been involved. There was an Olympian cyclist who I guess was wading through the pool and just sort of, there have been people who are disrupting it. And I guess the irony is, right, that, Trump was sent to drain the swamp and the establishment is so committed to the swamp that they literally will do whatever they can to create a new swamp.
I mean, you're in D.C., so you get like a really good pulse and feeling of just how deep people hate Donald Trump. But did you ever think it would get so bad that they would damage the reflecting pool outside of the Lincoln Memorial?
Yeah,
in their crazy minds to damage him.
No. It's like, they tried to kill him twice. They arrested him 4 times. Like they've sued him 1,000 times. It's like, it's like almost like a class warfare thing that if you're in a certain class in this country or a certain mindset, right? You just think Trump and his supporters are filthy peasants who have no business running this government. So when they vandalize the reflecting pool or they, spray paint all sorts of graffiti on the, Christopher Columbus, somebody came by the Christopher Columbus statue in front of Union Station, which now is gorgeous and pristine after President Trump and the Interior Department fixed it. But they actually painted like Hamas slogans on Christopher Columbus, which is on one level crazy. On another level, it's particularly vicious when you consider all of the Capitol Hill staffers, maybe 10,000 Capitol Hill staffers that have to walk past going to and from Union Station. What's that effect? Especially the young Jewish staffers, and they see the Hamas graffiti, and, the Biden administration never bothered to even clean it up. It wasn't until Trump came in that they bothered to clean it up.
I just made that trip literally 2 weeks ago to Capitol Hill, got off at Union Station and did my business in D.C. Hey, real quickly, last question. I know there's a lot on the agenda when it comes to President Trump, the SAVE Act. I mean, it's mind-blowing that people are actually fighting the fact that you should have an ID to vote. But there's important legislation, Neil. Is this a game of like basically Thune and others on Capitol Hill, like killing all of what President Trump wants by simply running out?
So the calendar is the most important force in Washington, D.C. The only time anything gets done in Washington is between the State of the Union address and July 4th. So the one big, beautiful bill, right? When Trump came in, Thune and the Republican leadership, but mostly Thune, they said, okay, President Trump, we have an idea. We're going to do 2 bills. The first bill is everything me and my friends want. And then the second bill will be everything you want. And Trump's like, I think I saw this movie before. Actually, we're going to do one big, beautiful bill. And we're going to throw everything in. And that thing was finally passed the House and Senate July 3rd, was signed July 4th. So they barely made it to the end of the productive calendar. After July 4th, Congress, they go home. It's picnics and parades. They come back for Labor Day. And then you pretend to work on the budget. So the Budget Act, the current budget process is, there was a law in 1974. It was signed by Nixon, and he said, I'm thrilled in his statement. He's like, I'm thrilled to sign this amazing law that will fix our budget system. Okay. Well, the guy, he resigned from office 3 weeks later. Whatever. Then, so they've actually passed a budget since 1974. They've passed a budget on time 3 times: 89, 99, 95, and 97, right? The system is completely broken. And, but it speaks to the fact that, they come back after Labor Day. They can't get a budget done. They do a continuing resolution, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas. A lot of times the president is giving his State of the Union, which is basically his new budget proposal, and the budget from the previous year hasn't even been passed yet. Literally, when we passed the Homeland Security funding like 2 weeks ago, that was finally completing fiscal year 25. And we're now like fiscal year 25 ends in September. And so the SAVE Act is the same deal. If the SAVE Act passes and is implemented, the corrupt election system that put all these people in power will be disrupted. And the only people who will benefit from the SAVE Act are Trump and his supporters. The current establishment, the current system, does not want to change the system that got them elected and reelected. And so here we are. It's just like campaign finance laws were written by incumbents to protect incumbents. Like nobody writes a campaign finance law to get themselves unelected. No one is going to vote for an election integrity bill that's going to get them unelected. And so here we are. So the SAVE Act will not be passed. The president has said the FISA bill, which is the national security surveillance thing, the only people who the government spies on is Trump and his supporters, right? So Trump is basically saying, hey, I will let you spy on me and spy on my supporters, but just give me the SAVE Act. And Thune basically said, no, hold on. Stealing elections is more important to us than even surveilling Trump supporters. So it tells you where their priorities are.
Bananas. Absolutely. I don't know how you do it, but God bless your soul. So, until the next time we meet, it's great to see you, and we appreciate the updates from a DC insider. Thanks, buddy.
Be good, man.